Girona sign off 2024 with a comfortable 3-0 win over Valladolid, the greatest year in the club's history, the year when they got themselves into the Champions League. It would have been, well, if you'd have said to a Girona fan a decade ago that they'd be playing the likes of Milan and Arsenal, they're the two fixtures they have left in Europe's top competition, they wouldn't have believed you. Mitchell's hoping to get his side back into Europe at the end of this season. It won't be the Champions League probably, but who knows, they might squeeze into the Conference or the Europa League, and this win will certainly help them do that. They were much better than Valladolid across the 90 minutes and deserved the 3 points. That was Asprilla with a shot that was deflected and then pushed wide by Carlijn. Coming into this game off the run of 6 straight defeats in all competitions, Girona. But until Mario Martin had a shot in the second half, they never really looked in any danger of conceding, and they did fashion 3 good goals for themselves. Daley Blind slightly scuffing his volley there. That could have been the first. He was very active in the final third, Daley Blind. Brian Hill popped up on the right, having started the game on the left, and it would cause Valladolid all sorts of problems down their left-hand side. Van der Beek almost getting on the end of this Ivan Martin cross. Van der Beek had got his first goal for Girona last week against Mallorca. A game that they weren't able to win despite playing against 10 men for an hour. This was a very different story. Asprilla with the shot, takes a slight deflection, is well saved, comfortably saved by Carlijn. Daley Blind plays this into Abelreith. He goes down, flailing arm from Jumabar, and the referee had given a couple of free kicks outside of the area for exactly this, but decides it's not worthy of a penalty. Yellow card comes out for Abelreith because of his protests. David Lopez playing this one forward to Miguel Gutierrez, out to Asprilla. Drives for the byline, in the end gets the shot or the cross. Trying to pick out Abelreith at the near post. Carlijn make the comfortable save. Miguel Gutierrez with the cross, and this time it's Arnau Martinez who gets on the end of it. Couldn't quite steer it goalwards. And here comes the opening goal of the game. It's an unorthodox one, to say the least. Miguel Gutierrez with the free kick. It hits David Lopez on the thigh, sends Carlijn completely the wrong way. The only doubt is whether David Lopez is in an offside position, but as he's pointing out to the referee, the player lying down behind the wall is playing him onside. So the goal stands. David Lopez's first goal of the season. He got 3 last season in that fantastic campaign that saw them finish 3rd. And he's finally off the mark with, as he admitted after the game, probably the least attractive goal that he's scored in his career. But it broke the deadlock. Ivan Martin playing this one out to Brian Hill, and his cross almost turned in by Ruiz. Brian Hill's cross is blocked. It comes back out to Miguel Gutierrez, and his cross is headed in by Abelreith. Squirming past Carlijn on the line. So not the best goal of David Lopez's career, put them ahead, and probably not the best header of Abel Ruiz's career, made it 2-0. He did what he could with a cross that didn't have a lot of venom in it. He got as much power as possible onto the header. It still probably should have been saved, but he squeezed it past Karl-Heinz, so it was 2-0, and it was no more than Girona deserved. And we didn't see anything really of Valladolid in an attacking sense in the first half. Diego Coca trying to become only the second manager to win his first game in charge of Valladolid in the top flight. It's at least Mendilibar and Djukic are the two that had previously done it. But the man who won titles in Mexico with Atlas and in Argentina with Racing Club. There was a collision in the first half between the linesman and the Girona coach Mitchell. You can see it here. Mitchell's out of his technical area, and he gets taken out by the linesman. The linesman comes off even worse. Here's Arnau playing this one out to Esprilla. Rolled back to Ivan Martin. His shot is blocked. It comes out to Miguel, and his shot trickles in the end through to Karl-Heinz. Esprilla once more. Shot took a deflection off of Tumert and went over the top for a corner. David Lopez, desperate to get a second goal, a better looking goal than the first one he scored. Doesn't come to him though. Comes to the edge of the area to Miguel. Playing his 100th game for Girona, former Real Madrid fullback. Cross comes in from Ivan Sanchez. There's a clash between Miguel and Lucas Rosa. Referee had a good look at it, decided that absolutely not a penalty. Players just sort of turn into each other. Quick look up from Lucas Rosa to see if anything's been given or if it's being looked at. Ivan Sanchez made way, and the Mala came on in the second half, but didn't really change things. It was still one-way traffic, everything going in the direction of the Valladolid goal. There was a mix-up there. In the end, the foul is awarded in Mario Martin's favour. It would be Mario Martin, who had Valladolid's only real chance of the game. Their first shot on target. It's a clearance that comes to him. On the edge of the area, he strikes it well. Gazzaniga, full stretch to make the save. And from the cross, Ivan Martin clears. But a good stop from Gazzaniga, because he'd had to do pretty much nothing before that on a cold night in Montilivi. This is Van der Beek pulling the ball back to Brian Gil, and Karl-Heinz making a good save, the on-loan goalkeeper. He's arrived this season from Arsenal. He's been impressive so far. He won't have been happy with the way he let the Abel Ruiz header squirm past him, but made some amends there with a good stop from Brian Gil. Off goes Asprilla. Stuani and Danjuma coming on. Abel Ruiz also making way. Enthusiastic welcome for Stuani as always. Raul Moro came on for Valladolid. Danjuma's first involvement brought a nice 1-2, or a nice pass into Arnau. Jumabar headed clear. It's confirmation of just how cold it was in Montilivi. Free kick coming in from Miguel. Wasn't properly cleared. It comes back out to Arnau. And what about this for an assist? Picks out Danjuma, and Danjuma scores past Karlheim. Danjuma's third goal of the season, but his first for Girona, because the other two were scored for Villarreal. Hasn't quite had the instant impact that Girona would have wanted him to, but he's up and running in terms of goals now. David Lopez's shot was blocked. It came out to Arnau. He picked out his man perfectly. Crisp pass along the ground. Danjuma couldn't miss and didn't. So that made it 3-0. Very convincing win for Mitchell's team under the lights. Good night's work from Brian Hill. Van der Beek as well. He was replaced by Yangel Herrera, who's back from injury now. Lucas Rosser on the charge here, trying to get what would have been no more than a consolation. It sends that shot sailing over the top. Problem late in the game for Marcus André. They were missing both strikers, both their other strikers for this game. Tassa suspended, Monmoussila also missing. John Solis came on for Girona. There is Marcus André, struggling with what looked like a groin injury. Arnaud came on late on, the 17-year-old. So the final score in Montalivi, comfortable win for Girona. Girona 3, Valladolid 0.